Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we need to talk about something that's been blowing up everywhere in the music world. And honestly, if you haven't noticed yet, you're about to be shook. I'm talking about KATSEYE and their insane global success right now. Yes, that's right. The group that debuted just 2 years ago is basically taking over charts like they've been around for decades. So first things first, let's talk numbers because numbers don't lie. The UK official charts released their official singles top 100 for August 22nd to 28th, and guess what? KATSEYE's song Gabriela is sitting pretty at number 61. And this isn't just a one-week wonder. It's their 7th week on the chart. 7 weeks! That's consistency right there, my friends. And for a group that's still relatively new, staying on the chart for that long is no small feat. But the UK isn't the only place where they're killing it. On Spotify's weekly Top Songs Global, which honestly is the biggest music streaming chart in the world, Gabriela ranked number 21 for the week of August 14 to 21. And it's been on the list for 9 consecutive weeks. 9 weeks, people? 9! That's basically 2 months of dominating the global playlist. And here's something that I find really interesting. KATSEYE didn't just chart one song. They had 3 songs on the charts at the same time. Gnarly entered at number 83 for its 16th week. 16th week! This group is showing that it's not just about a single hit. They're building a catalog of songs that people actually want to stream over and over again. Then there's Touch, which peaked at number 177. Now, what's wild about Touch is that it actually re-entered the charts at number 184, even though it was released back in July of last year. A year later, and people are still vibing with it. How crazy is that? This shows that KATSEYE isn't just a hype group. They've got staying power. Now let's talk Billboard, because this is where it gets even more impressive. Gabriela re-entered the Billboard Hot 100 at number 76, which is officially their highest ever record on this chart. I mean, if you think about it, cracking the Hot 100 is already a big deal. But reaching your personal best and solidifying your global presence, it's a huge statement. And honestly, seeing a group that debuted only 2 years ago, making this kind of international impact, makes me think about how the music industry is changing. It's interesting because you can really see the difference between longevity and temporary fame. A lot of groups have one hit and disappear, but KATSEYE is clearly building something more substantial. And the fact that they're making waves on multiple platforms, Spotify, Billboard, UK official charts, shows that they're reaching different kinds of audiences at the same time. I actually want to hear from you guys. Do you think this is just the beginning for KATSEYE? Or is there a risk of oversaturation if they release too many songs too quickly? Let me know in the comments because I'm really curious about what you think. Also, can we take a moment to appreciate how rare it is for a group to chart 3 songs simultaneously on global charts? I mean, think about it. That's 3 different songs hitting millions of streams, making waves, and staying relevant at the same time. It's not easy. It takes strategy, talent, and a deep understanding of what listeners want. And KATSEYE seems to have cracked that code. Oh, and here's a little bonus info that got me excited. They're going to hold a special performance at the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles on September 18th. Imagine that, performing at the Grammy Museum. That's the kind of exposure that can skyrocket a group's reputation even further. Personally, I think it's a brilliant move because it's not just about chart success. It's about cementing themselves in music history. And I have to admit, I'm kind of jealous that I won't be there in the audience witnessing it live. Now, let's take a closer look at the songs themselves. Gabriela, obviously their breakout hit right now, has this perfect blend of catchy melodies and a kind of energy that makes it impossible not to hit repeat. And then you have Gnarly, which has been steadily climbing. It's interesting because each song has a slightly different vibe, which probably explains why they're hitting different audiences. Touch, coming back after a year, shows that even their older tracks have staying power. That's something a lot of groups struggle with. They have a hit, and then the rest of their songs just fade. KATSEYE clearly isn't one of them. I want to ask you guys, have you streamed all 3 of these songs yet? Or are you more of a Gabriela fan? Personally, I can't stop playing Gabriela on repeat, but I think Gnarly has that underdog energy that's kind of addictive once it grows on you. And Touch returning after a year? That's basically proof that some songs are timeless if done right. I feel like this is the perfect moment for KATSEYE to expand even more internationally. And here's the thing. I know some of you might be thinking, okay, cool, but is this really groundbreaking? Honestly, I'd argue yes. For a group that debuted only 2 years ago to sweep major global charts, it's not just impressive, it's rare. It's like they're rewriting what's possible for new artists in today's music landscape. It makes me wonder, are we about to see KATSEYE become one of the next generation's biggest pop icons? I honestly think they have the potential. But again, I want your opinion. Do you think they can maintain this level of success? Or is this just a peak moment before things normalize? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I feel like this is one of those discussions where everyone's opinion matters. And speaking of international expansion, I think another key factor in KATSEYE's success is how they're connecting with fans. I mean, it's one thing to have catchy songs and high streams, but creating a real global fan base? That's a whole different level. Social media, interactive content, and performances like the one at the Grammy Museum are all part of that strategy. Personally, I think the way they're engaging fans feels really authentic, which is probably why so many people keep coming back for more. It's not just hype, it feels real. Now let's talk a little about the Billboard Hot 100 re-entry, because that's honestly fascinating. Gabriela re-entering at number 76 shows that their music isn't just a temporary trend, it's gaining momentum. And that's something I find really impressive in today's fast-paced music industry, where songs come and go in a blink. This re-entry also suggests that more people are discovering KATSEYE now than ever before. Maybe some of you discovered them because of TikTok trends or YouTube algorithms pushing their music. Who knows? But whatever the reason, it's working. And that's exciting to witness. I also want to highlight the fact that Touch, a song released over a year ago, is climbing back up the charts. This is something that rarely happens. Usually, songs fade after their initial hype, but Touch returning proves that a good song can have a life of its own. And honestly, this makes me curious. How many of you went back to listen to it after discovering Gabriela or Gnarly? Be honest. I feel like a lot of fans are probably revisiting older tracks and realizing, wait, KATSEYE has been this good all along? Another point I find really interesting is how their songs perform differently across regions. While Gabriela is clearly a global hit, other tracks like Gnarly and Touch might resonate differently depending on where you are. It's fascinating to think about why that happens. Is it the lyrics, the rhythm, the concept, or maybe just timing? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your favorite KATSEYE track and why? And do you think it would chart differently in your country if released today? Now, let's discuss what this all means for the future of KATSEYE. In just 2 years, they've gone from being a rookie group to making waves across multiple major charts worldwide. That's not something every group achieves. The music industry is notoriously tough, especially with competition coming from all over the globe. But KATSEYE seems to have found a formula that works. And personally, I think their trajectory suggests that this is only the beginning. I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or two, we're talking about them as one of the top acts not just in K-pop, but in global pop music overall. And can we talk about the Grammy Museum performance again? This isn't just another fan meet or a local showcase. This is a high-profile, internationally recognized platform. Performing there means exposure to industry professionals, media, and fans from all over the world. It's a huge opportunity to cement their reputation and maybe even open doors for collaborations or more international projects. Personally, I'm super excited to see how they'll perform, and I have a feeling it's going to be one of those moments that people remember for years. Before we wrap up, I want to circle back to the main takeaway here. KATSEYE isn't just a passing sensation. They've proven that they can dominate charts across the US, UK, and global streaming platforms, all while maintaining consistent fan engagement and showing longevity with their songs. That's a rare combination, and it's exactly why this group is generating so much buzz right now. So here's my question for all of you watching. Do you think KATSEYE can keep this momentum going for the next few years? Will they continue to break records and grow as a global pop icon? Or do you see challenges ahead that might slow them down? I really want to hear your predictions and opinions, so drop them in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see what you all think, because this is the kind of conversation that makes me feel like we're all part of something exciting in real time. All right, that's it for today's deep dive into KATSEYE and their incredible chart domination. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any updates on KATSEYE and other global music sensations. Thank you so much for watching AnnyeongBuzz, and I'll see you in the next one.